Hey everybody, TPC here. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to make an apple tart. Alright, we're starting with a pre-made Pillsbury pie crust. I'm going to sprinkle this with a little bit of sugar and cinnamon and press it into the pie crust, and then we'll put the pie crust into the tart pan. And cinnamon and sugar on the pie dough and roll it in with a rolling pin. Now put just a dab of any kind of oil, I'm using canola oil, into the bottom of your tart pan, and you want to start oiling around all the fluted edges and then on the bottom. Now that the pan is oiled, let's get the pie crust in there. Slowly get the crust into the pan. You don't want to press it down or stretch it too much. You want as much crust as possible. And then start pressing it into the flutes on the side. Now press the pie crust down along the edges, and this will cut it to shape and give you a nice solid top edge. And that's what your crust should look like. Now we're going to put some parchment in here and some beans, and we're going to blind bake this for about 8 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Now if you don't have pie weights, cheap bag of dry beans works great for blind baking and keeps the crust nice and flat. Okay, after 9 minutes, took it out. Beans will carry some residual heat, and we'll let this sit here and cool for about 10 minutes before we get the beans out. Okay, we're going to use 2 Honeycrisp and 1 Granny Smith and the juice of half of a lemon to keep them from browning. We're going to peel these and then slice these up with a mandolin. Okay, once you've got your apples all done, we're going to squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. Try and keep these from browning while we get ready to put them into the tart. Now take the beans and the parchment paper out of the blind baked crust, and we're going to start with putting some sugar and some brown sugar in with the apples, stirring it up, and we're going to start layering our apples. Okay, we put in 2 tablespoons of white sugar and a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and we're ready to start layering. And you want to just keep layering and layering and layering until you get it filled. Now that your tart is finished, you want to run a little bit of honey over the top, and then a little bit of cinnamon sugar. Now we're going to move it into the oven, 375 for about an hour. Make sure you put it on a pan just to make sure it doesn't leak any juice into the oven. Close up the oven, set it for an hour. And that's your classic French apple tart. Looking good, and I'm sure it's going to be tasting good after dinner tonight. Get a chance, feeling ambitious, go ahead and try making one. They're actually really good and really easy to do. Thanks for watching. And we're going to attempt to cut the tart. Alright, we're going to attempt to cut this thing. Don't know if it's going to work, but we'll find out.
If you're a man making too many bathroom trips, try Super Beta Prostate Advanced. It's the only formula with Prostafect, an advanced blend to help you reduce bathroom trips both day and night. Available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Bill Gates' COVID contradiction. What he said then, what he's saying now. Is it sound logic or just plain old hypocrisy? Lately, the line between what we're fighting about and what we're fighting for has got the... is also producing a
And that's what we call dessert. One French tart, a little bit of ice cream.